Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People, coming to you from my favorite location with this beautiful view. Perfect lighting right now going on, so I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. But today is Wednesday, January the 7th, and we're going to go and recap today's news coming out of this Carolina Panthers stadium as they prepare for, I don't know if you guys can see it, the wild card matchup this weekend versus the LA Rams, a team they played here just over a month ago about. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, and as always, I want to start you guys with highlights. We love highlights from practice, so these highlights are courtesy of the Carolina Panthers. We're going to go ahead and check them out. And Rory Blake, what's going on with you? Thank you so much for supporting the channel and tuning in. And then we got our member, SC Panthers boy. So we always give our members a little bit of special love when they come onto the show, so I appreciate that very, very much. But let's go ahead and get into these practice highlights. So here you see none other than your starting quarterback, Bryce Young, warming up today, throwing some passes with some backup quarterbacks looking over his shoulder and watching him go through that. We're going to talk about this right now. This is your running back, Rico Dowdle, in practice today, doing what they do, is continue to get right now. Tomorrow will be another chance for these guys to go through practice and see how things are shaping up. But getting that run game together for the Carolina Panthers will be key for the success this weekend coming up, Saturday versus the Rams. Want to get a balanced attack there going. J.C. Horn, Mike Jackson. What's going on, Panthers boy? Don't know what this comment means. Get rid of your ego. Okay. Not sure what that means. You guys can let me know what you mean by that. But anyway, I'll let you guys enjoy a little bit more of these practice highlights. And then we're going to get into recapping, again, talking with our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and just some of the latest news coming out of this Panthers camp as they get ready for their playoff matchup. All right. So that's going to get you through all the highlights. Now, let me talk about something that has been happening since right before I went on the air, which is everybody's been talking about Cam Newton and beating the drum. Will he be the guy? We want that guy. We only want Cam to beat the drum. So, not an official word, but this is as official as can be, right? If you put together all the context clues, the Carolina Panthers have put out there a video with Cam's voice saying, I forget the exact quote, I don't have it in front of me, but about being back. And they used the famous Funky Fridays Cam Newton font for that announcement, saying that, pound the drum this Saturday. So I think it's pretty great to assume that Cam Newton will be banging the drum this Saturday here. So can't imagine how electric of an atmosphere that will be. I talked to Nick Scott earlier today. He talked about, if Cam will come back, I can't imagine how electric that would be. And so looks like that's coming true. So Panther Nation, good job of coming together, letting the organization know, and hats off to the organization for responding to that and getting your boy Cam Newton back. That should definitely be an exciting moment. I can't imagine how loud it's going to be here and how much Cam would enjoy being back here. And so I want to go ahead and plug something right now. If you like to see photos of the game and the action just going through it, Charlotte Vibe is the only place where you'll see photos throughout the game instantly put out there for you guys to see. So indeed, it will be right over here to my right, camera left, if Cam Newton is technically Cameron, but if Cam Newton comes out and bangs the drum. So we will have those photographs and images for you during the game. Just follow us on Twitter. Everything is at Charlotte Vibe for all of our handles to see that as it unfolds if you're not lucky enough to be here at the stadium. Let's go ahead and continue to move through some things and some more information that I have for you guys. All right, as I mentioned, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators get to speak with the media today. We'll go ahead and start on the defensive side, as Evero was a member of this LA Rams staff. He's very familiar with Sean McVay, and Sean McVay is very familiar with him. So we talked about the fact of, hey, what is it like with that chess match? Of course, They had the chess match, if you want to say that, about a month ago here when they played, but he's going to have one again. But Ivero talked about the challenges, fun chess match, however you want to look at it, with going against his former colleague in Sean McVay.
Yeah, no, it's certainly exciting. I mean, to be playing and to be in this position to play these games and have the chance to go attack a championship is very, very exciting. But it's not about me versus McVay. He's obviously one of the best coaches in this league and somebody that I've learned a lot from and who I have a lot of respect for, and it's certainly going to be challenging to go against. But what we do is it's always a collaboration. It's a collaboration with the other coaches, a collaboration with the players. We'll work through the week with our game plan, doing it together. And even when we get a game day with the adjustments, it's discussions with Wash and AC on the fronts, with Cooley and Ronaldo, and Peter Hansen on the secondary stuff. And so we're always working together to make this thing go.
So there's a common deflection that you'll hear with people don't actually play against each other, right? He's like, I'm coaching, he's coaching. We're actually not playing. The players are playing. And there's a team of, he has a staff and Ivero has his staff. And so, it'll come down to execution by the players this weekend on what actually ends up happening. Now, additionally, it's a lot of talk about the Rams quarterback Stafford because of how well he's been at throwing the ball until, famously about a month ago again when he played the Panthers, that he had several turnovers. Hopefully that'll be the case again. You don't know, that's something hard to do. But they also have a pretty good run game that does not need to be overlooked. And Ivero said his staff is preparing for that LA Rams run game just as well.
Yeah, no, it starts. Scheme is excellent. It's a mixture of a downhill double schemes duo is what we call it, and outside zone. They work really well together up front with the combination blocks and climbing to the second level and all of those things. The backs are good. You mentioned Kyron and then also Corum. They got two very, very good backs, and so it's a mixture of all of those things. And I think what's also tough too is that the boots and the play action pass game they have off of it all marries so well, and so it's a tough deal to defend.
So yeah, there's more to defend than Stafford and the great receivers that he has. He has several of them. They are a very good offensive team as well on the passing part, just as much as they are on the run part. And I just see a comment here from Roy. Glad you're here to explain stuff, Chris. Yes, I am here to explain it all. You don't get the title by only being one-dimensional. So what I say, man of the people, that means if you guys ever have questions, whether it's X and O's, rules, whatever it may be, let me know, and I will always continue to do my best to be your friend in the media, get those questions answered for you, and educate you as well, because that makes it easier and more enjoyable to watch the game, right? So there you heard from Coach Ivero, defensive coordinator Ivero. Now we're going to go to the other side of the ball on the offensive side. Jalen Coker has been getting more and more burn, right? It's been a good thing because he's been a very effective player for us. Before he started getting his increased share of snaps, it was certainly seeming like, you want to continue to leverage Coker, and he's continued to improve and be worthy of that. The offensive coordinator, Brad Isaac, gave a little bit more insight today about why Coker is getting more run. And obviously, whenever one guy gets an increase, you're going to have some decreases across the board to allow for that player to get the increase. So here's Brad on that.
Yeah, it's a production business, and he's been doing a great job of producing when, we've called his number. So Jalen just it starts, I think I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, just his ownership of the playbook coming from year one to year two. And then, as he overcame his injury earlier in the year, this year, we just started to sprinkle a little bit more to him. And then you see him come to life in both phases of the game. We really harp on our guys that everybody's involved in both the run and pass game, and Jalen, he's a shining star in that regard when it comes to the run game because he is as physical as it gets, playing down there in the slot. We love to use that as a complement for the pass game, get him open on play action.
Uh-oh. I messed up on you guys. Hold on, let me see if I can get back to it. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, it's a production business, and he is as physical as it gets, playing down there in the slot. We love to use that as a complement for the pass game, get him open on play actions and stuff. And then when the ball's in the air, time and time again, he's gone up and made plays for us.
Yeah, I think it's hard to disagree with him there, right? Especially when he says when the ball is up in the air, time and time again, Coker goes up and gets it and owns that ball. I mean, I think of all the big plays that he's made. Whenever this guy goes up for the ball, he gets it, right? And then when he comes down, you see the excitement that he had over. So you know when you watch that closely, that's a guy that is laser focused, that is locked in on that ball's in the air, that is my ball, I'm coming down with it, I'm fighting you for it, I'm getting it, I'm taking it from whatever, and I'm holding on to it, right? So hat tip to Jalen Coker for his increased playing time and doing what it takes to get some results here for this Carolina Panthers team. Now, additionally, this team has been very good, unfortunately better at fourth down makes than they have been at third down makes. They actually lead the league by a wide margin in the number of times they have been able to convert fourth down. So it's great because it extends plays. This team is a young team. They need extra opportunities, right? They need to get every opportunity they can because, let's be honest, there's some overachieving going on. It's a good thing. They're certainly getting better. But we did not expect to be NFC. You guys can't see it. I was going to squat down and see, but they got NFC South champions on the screen behind me. Maybe I'll pick up the camera once the show is done and show you that. But it's taken getting those fourth down. It's taken, as Coach said earlier, you got a lot of plays and a lot of things that you want to do. Well, you certainly can do more when you're running more plays. And when you run more fourth downs and you convert them, that gives you more opportunities. But here's Brad on the fourth down conversions by the Carolina Panthers and what's been behind it.
Yeah, it goes right back to the run game. I think we probably run the ball more on third down than most teams. 4 or less, like that's in our self scout. People see that, and then you start to see coverages where they got to fit their gaps in the run game, and they can't just cover and vacate the box. And when that stuff occurs, there's great opportunities in the pass game when they're kind of keyed into playing the box and playing their fits in the run game. We can have compliments off of it. We ran a keeper last week on third down. Some cool little wrinkles that you can present to the defense, make sure they're honoring the full width of the field.
One second. All right, let me get myself back here on the screen. So, yeah, there's Brad on the fourth down opportunities and why they're able to do it and how he feels like it's continuing to be something that they're now used to it. It's not so much of a scary deal for them, which is, yeah, I get how that continued to build, right? Maybe at first you're like, oh, no, we mess up. But this is something like, it's like nothing because they do it so much, which is a good thing because, again, it's been giving them more opportunities to run the ball, to convert, to keep the ball, and to score, right? Again, leading us to the current NFC South champion. So, as Callie Blue said, hit the like button, which I have not talked about tonight's show. So, yes, even though I have not said it, each and every episode would appreciate if you guys would hit that like button. We are independent media, 100% supported by you guys, right? So when you hit that like button, it helps other Panther fans discover us. The bigger we grow, the more that we can do for you, okay? I promise that's how it works. That's why I asked for it, and I'm going to show you why. Last week, I interviewed Jimmy Horn Jr. almost at this exact same spot, one-on-one. The most popular interview that we've ever had here at Charlotte Vibe. So I want to thank everybody for their support of it, for liking that video, for commenting on that video where it's about 20,000 views. So extremely popular video with Jimmy Horn Jr. We want to continue that as this week I was able to get Nick Scott. He formerly played for the LA Rams. He has a Super Bowl ring. Really, really good conversation. Could have talked with him forever. And I got to put this up here. Callie Blue, I challenge you to a race. You'll lose. Most people will lose. That's why I challenge it, because most people will lose. So if I ever see you, Callie Blue, and we have the chance to race, let's go ahead and do it. But I want to go ahead and give you guys a sneak preview of my one-on-one that I had just about an hour ago with safety Nick Scott. And in this video, this question I asked him about this locker room and how it is. So here's a preview of my interview that I did with Nick Scott. Full interview will be up tomorrow. And again, thank you guys for continuing to support. This is why I asked for the likes, the subscribers to help us go to 15,000. But let me stop running my mouth, give you a little snippet.
Yeah, I think it just took a lot of belief and just buy-in. Coach Canales obviously came in. He had clear goals set for us. last year and had a vision of what he wants his team to be. Obviously, we added some key pieces and guys came in and, we're just able to accept their roles wholeheartedly and believe in the system and trust one another. And we had some crucial wins and had just been improving each week, so that's why we're here.
Yeah, so there you have it again. Interview 101, another exclusive interview by Charlotte Vibe with Nick Scott. We have by far the most interviews one-on-one with a player that's not that's independent media, right? So be sure to check that out on YouTube. All those videos will be put on YouTube. I know a lot of you may watch us over on Twitter or Facebook, but if you want to see all of the videos, all the exclusives that I've done, hop on over to YouTube to check those out. So before I go, I saw something happening today, so I can't tell you the details of it, but big matchups, right? So anytime there's a big matchup, national game, the network comes out and does an interview with the star player of the team. So I want to show you guys, I captured a video of this setup, and I'm going to share it with you because sometimes you guys get on me and say, hey, Charlotte Vibe, you're this or you're that. And I'm like, I know, I got it, but I'm only one person setting up all this stuff that's going on. So sometimes give me a little slack. But here's a little video that I think guys may enjoy. So this is all the equipment that was used today for an interview that you'll see this Saturday. And there's the staff. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's some more people outside. Now look at this is the outside equipment. You got this huge light. You got another huge light. Look at all this. You got monitors set up for people to see, for the talent to see, for the crew to see. You got all these bags, all these wires. You got a drone flying over. You got a bunch of stuff, man. So, we're independently supported. What you're looking at there is tens, really hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment that we don't have here at Charlotte Vibe. So, just for and it's a small amount of people that get on me about it. When we do have something like check this out. So, like, if I did have a light go out, and now it changes. Just bear with me. But again, all in fun. I love and appreciate everybody that has supported the channel. It's great that we got an NFC matchup, NFC South playoff game. Let me say that right. It's great that we're NFC South champions and that we have a playoff game this weekend with the LA Rams. It's awesome that Cam Newton is going to be back pounding the drum. We will bring you the most coverage that you could imagine about everything going down this Saturday. So if you have not subscribed, please do so. Again, if you ever have any questions about anything, let me know. Man of the People's here for you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Chris Jenkins reporting live from Bank of America Stadium for Charlotte Vibe.